Hello dear students, in previous class we have discussed about Venn diagram and how to represent the set through Venn diagram and the operation of sets to show through Venn diagram that we have discussed already. So in this class we will start knowledge check 6.2. So let's start from question number 1. In read the question number 1, what is given? Question number 1. Okay. From the given Venn diagram, write the set. So you have to draw the Venn diagram. Rectangle, this is the universal set, that is xi. Okay, and P and Q, two sets are there. P and Q, two sets are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11. Okay, so this is the Venn diagram given. Now we have to write the set. So first part, xi. Xi means the universal set, means in this rectangle how many elements are there, that will be the universal set. So xi will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So from 1 to 11 all the elements will be included in xi. Now second part. Second part, it is given that P. You have to write the elements of P. So inside the circle, this circle, how many elements are there, that you have to write. So this is the set P, this circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Third part. Okay. Third part, it is given that set Q. Set Q. So inside the circle Q, this circle, the elements will be the elements of set Q. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fourth part. Fourth part, it is given that P union Q. P union Q. P union Q is the set, means all the elements included in P and Q. So this part, okay, union part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fifth part, P complement. So the fifth part, P intersection Q. P intersection Q. P intersection Q is the common part of P and Q. So this is the common part, 5 and 6. 5 and 6, these two are the elements of P as well as of Q. So 5 and 6. Sixth part. In sixth part, it is given P complement you have to find. P complement. So P complement equals to leaving the element of P, all the elements that is present in universal set. So leaving the elements of P means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to exclude this. So the complement will be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Seventh part. Okay, in seventh part it is given Q complement. Q complement means except the element of Q. So leave the element of Q, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11. Now eighth part, P union Q complement. P union Q complete. P union Q means this total P and Q, and its complement means outside the union, that is 10 and 11 only. 10 and 11. Ninth part. P intersection Q complement. P intersection Q complement. So P intersection Q complement is, P intersection Q is 5 and 6. So its complement will be rest of this elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving this intersection portion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10th part. P minus Q. Okay, P minus Q, it means the elements only belongs to P, not belongs to Q. So this part only, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 elements are belonging to P only, not belongs to Q, because 5 and 6, these 2 elements belongs to P as well as Q. So only P minus Q will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 elements are belonging to P only, not belongs to Q. Now come to the next question, that is question number 2. Read the question number 2 very carefully and try to understand. Question number 2. Okay, it is given that find the given set depicted in Venn diagram. Okay, find the given set depicted in Venn diagram, write the set. So 2 sets are given. Okay, here rectangle is not given. Okay, 2 sets A and B. A and B. Okay, so here PQR in set B, P, Q and R, and in set A, STUV, STUV. Okay, so this is the Venn diagram given. Now we have to find the set. Set A. A means this whole set, big circle. Inside the big circle, how many elements are there? All these will be included. So P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Sorry, U, V. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. So this is the set A, because inside the big circle, this big circle is representing the set A. So inside that circle, how many elements are there? That will be the part of set A. Now set set B. Set B. This is the set B, this circle. So inside this circle, P, Q, R. These 3 elements are there. So P, Q, R. Third part. A intersection B. A intersection B. So A intersection B, in A, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. These elements are there, and in B, P, Q, R. So which elements are common? P, Q, R. This element P, Q, R. This is the element, these are the elements of A as well as element of B. So common part is P, Q, R. Because B is the subset of A, so all the elements are belong to A. Fourth part. Fourth part, A union B. A union B, all the elements that belongs to A and B. So that is P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Fifth part. A minus B. From A, A minus B, the element that is the part of A only. So S, T, U, V, these elements are part of A only, not the part of B. So that will be A minus B equals to S, T, U, V. Sixth part. In sixth part, you have to find B minus A. B minus A, the element that is the part of B, but not the part of A. So there is no element, no such element, because PQR, all these elements of B, that is the part of A always. See this, PQR and PQR. So elements of B are present in A. So B minus A will be empty set, or you can say that 5. Okay. Now come to the next question, that is question number 3. Read the question and try to understand. So in question number 3 it is given, for the given sets depicted in Venn diagram, write the sets A, B, C. 3 sets are there and these are overlapping. A, B, C. A, B, C. These 3 sets are there. So inside A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here 4, here 5, and here 6 and 7. Okay, and 11, 8, 11, 8, 9 and 10. 11, 8, 9, 10. So here it is 9, here it is 10. It is 9 and it is 10. Okay, this is given. Now you have to write the set A. First part, set A. So inside the circle A, the elements that will be the part of set A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. Second part. In second part it is given set B. So inside the circle B, inside the set the elements are 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And third part, set C. C here 4, 5, 8, 11. This set 4, 5, 8, 11. 4, 5, 8 and 11. Now fourth part. In fourth part it is given A intersection B. A intersection B. Intersection of A and B. So this part, this is the intersection of A and B, this part. So this part is the intersection of A and B. So 6, 7, 5. So 5, 6, 7. So A intersection B, that is 5, 6, 7. Fifth part. So in fifth part it is given B union C. B union C. So B and C union means this part. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Sixth part. So in sixth part it is given A union C. A union C you have to find. So A and C, this set. So this part. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 11. Seventh part. Instead of B union C intersection A. B union C intersection A. Okay, B union C means this part and intersection with A. So this whole part intersection with A, so this is the common part. This will be the common part. Okay, the part I am showing, that will be the common part. So B union C means this total B and C, and intersection with A means this part. So this part is common. 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, because B union C means 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 total, and with A if you take intersection, so which part will be common? In A, 4, 5, 6, 7 is there, so 4, 5, 6, 7 is common. So that's why B union C intersection A, that is the part. Okay, now 8th part. Eighth part. It is given A union B intersection C. A union B intersection C. So at first find B intersection C. So B intersection C. So common part is this part. 5 and 8. This is B intersection C. 5 and 8. Okay, with A if you take union. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and also 8. Okay, A is the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and union with 5 and 8. So 5 and 8 will be included because already 5 is there, so only 8 you have to write extra. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is A union B intersection C. Now come to the next question, that is question number 4. Okay, through Venn diagram depict. Okay, so 3 sets we have to show. Through Venn diagram depict the following: set A, B, C such that A is a subset of B is a subset of C. So how will show? A is a subset of B, subset of C. So at first you will make a big circle, that is the set C. Then inside this you will make another circle, that will be B, and inside B you will make another circle, that will be A. So A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C. So this is the representation. Okay, second part, set A and B which are disjoint. Okay, now we have to represent second part, two sets that are disjoint. That I already explained in previous class. Okay, second part, two sets are there, A and B, and they are disjoint. This is very easy to represent. Only make two circles which are not overlapping. So this is set A and this is set B. So two sets are there, sets A and B, which are disjoint. So this is the second part. Third part, set A, B, C such that B and C are disjoint and subset of A. So set A, B and C such that B and C are disjoint, okay, and subset of A. Three sets are there, A, B, C, where it is told that B and C are disjoint, but both are subset of A. So suppose this is A, okay, and this is suppose B and this is suppose C. So B and C, these two are disjoint because they are not overlapping, and B is subset of A and C is also subset of A. Okay, so this is the representation. Now fourth part. In fourth part, read the question what is given. set A, B and C such that A, B are overlapping, B, C are overlapping, but A and C are disjoint. Okay, three sets are there, A, B and C, and it is told that A and B they are overlapping, B and C they are overlapping, but A and C these two sets are disjoint. So how will represent? Suppose this is set A, this is set B, and this is set C. A, B, C. So three sets. Now see this. A and B they are overlapping because this is the common part of A and B. B and C they are overlapping here. Okay, but A and C these two sets are disjoint. Okay, there is no common part between A and C. This is the representation. Now come to question number 5. Using Venn diagram for two sets A and B, prove that cardinality of A union B is equals to cardinality of A minus B plus cardinality of B minus A plus cardinality of cardinality of A intersection B. Okay. By Venn diagram you have to show. Question number 5. So this is the Venn diagram. Draw the Venn diagram first. A and B. Okay, and this is the universal set. So cardinal number of using the Venn diagram for two sets A and B, prove that. Okay, suppose you can take that sets also A, B, C. Yes, A, B you can assume two sets. Okay, then you can prove also. You can randomly choose A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, B equals to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can choose, then also you can do that. Okay, by this method. Suppose cardinality of A and A intersection B, that is suppose 5, and this is 10, and this is suppose 15. Okay, it means cardinality of total A is 15 and cardinality of total B is 20. Okay, in your notes I have written the set, then I have solved already. Okay, we can follow that method also, but I am trying to solve in different method because this method also you can follow. Okay, that method you can copy, that is very easy. You can assume that set A equals this one, B equals this one, then you can take left hand side and right hand side, you can prove easily. By this method also try to prove. Here cardinality of A, that is equals to 10 plus 5, that is 15 total, and cardinality of B 5 plus 15 20. Cardinality of B, that is equals to 20. Okay, cardinality of A minus B, that is equals to what? 10 only. Okay, this part 10. Cardinality of B minus A, that is equals to 15 only, and cardinality of A intersection B, that is equals to A intersection B, that is 5, and cardinality of A union B, A union B means total 10 plus 5 15, 15 plus 5 15 30. Okay, and this is left hand side, see this A union B, cardinality of A union B is 30. So right hand side what is given? Cardinality of A minus B plus cardinality of B minus A plus cardinality of A intersection B. Okay, so that is given. Okay, so you have to find. So this is right hand side. Cardinality of A minus B is 10. B minus A, that is 15, and A intersection B is 5. So that is also coming 30. Okay. So left hand side equals to right hand side proof. By this method also you can prove, and by the method that is explained in notes, that one also you can follow. Okay. Now question number 6. Question number 6. In this question it is given that if A and B are two sets such that cardinality of A equals to 16, cardinality of A equals to 16, cardinality of B equals to given 23, and cardinality of A union B, that is given 37. You have to find cardinality of A intersection B. What will be the cardinality? That you have to find. We know a relation of cardinality, that A union B, cardinality of A union B, that is equals to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. That is the relation, we know that. Now we can place the value A union B, that is given 37. So 37 equals to cardinality of A is 16, cardinality of B is 23, minus this one you have to find, so keep as it is. Okay. So implies that 37 equals to 16 plus 23, that is equals to 39, minus cardinality of A intersection B. Now take 39 in left hand side, so 37 minus 39, that is equals to minus cardinality of A intersection B. So implies that minus 2 equals to minus cardinality of A intersection B. Minus minus cancel out. So implies that 2 is equals to cardinality of A intersection B. So cardinality of A intersection B, that is equals to 2. This relation I told you, two relations that you have to remember in previous class. So this relation is used here. Now come to the next question, that is question number 7. Question number 7. So in question number 7, it is given cardinality of xi, means the universal set, that is equals to 100. Cardinality of A is 75. Cardinality of A, that is 75. Cardinality of B, that is equals to 40. Now you have to find cardinality of A intersection B is 25. Cardinality of A intersection B is 25. Okay. What you have to find? You have to find cardinality of A union B. First part. Cardinality of A union B. We know the relation, that is this is equals to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. So cardinality of A is 75. Cardinality of B is 40 and cardinality of A intersection B is 25. So that is equals to 5, 25. Okay. So that is equals to 90. So cardinality of A union B, that is 90. Now find the second part, that is given cardinality of A union B complement. Okay. Second part, cardinality of A union B complement. So that is equals to cardinality of xi, that we explained in Venn diagram. I told you to remember this relation. So that will be cardinality of xi minus cardinality of A union B. So when we are finding cardinality of A union B complement, then from the cardinality of universal set you have to subtract A union B, not complement. Okay. When you find complement, then you will subtract union only. Okay. So cardinality of xi is 100 minus cardinality of A union B we have calculated already, that is 90. So this is equals to 10. Okay. Now third part, cardinality of A minus B. This formula we have derived also, this relation. There is a relation, cardinality of A minus B equals to cardinality of A minus cardinality of A intersection B. Cardinality of A is 75 and A intersection B is 25. So that is equals to 50. Okay. So fourth part cardinality of B minus A. Same like the previous one. B minus A will be cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. Cardinality of B is 40. Cardinality of B is equals to 40 minus 25. That is equals to 15. Okay, now come to the next question, that is question number 8. Question number 8. Draw a Venn diagram for the following sets. Okay, you have to draw the Venn diagram, then you have to find n xi means universal set. So draw the Venn diagram first. Okay, so here A, B and A intersection B and A union B complement, that is given. Okay, so two sets are there, A and B. A and B, two sets are there, and this is xi A, B. Okay, at first it is given that cardinality of A intersection B. A intersection B, this part is 6. Okay, and it is given cardinality of A is 18. Cardinality of A means total A will be 18 because here, but here 6 is already there, so this part will be 12. So inside A, there are how many elements? 18. So in intersection part, there is 6 elements. There are 6 elements, so only in A part, there will be 12. Total, there will be 18. And cardinality of B, that is given 19. Okay, so inside the circle B, 6 is already there, so here it will be 13. 13, 6, 19. Okay, n of A intersection B, that is written 6. Now, n of A union B complement. A union B complement means except this part. A union B is this part. So outside this area, how many elements are given? 5. They are given 5. Okay. So what do you have to find? You have to find n xi. So n xi means universal set, and universal set means one set and its complement. If you add the number of elements in the set and its complement, means inside the set and outside the set, all the elements if you include, then you will get xi. So you can say that cardinality of A union B plus cardinality of A union B complement. Okay, if you take A union B, this part and its complement means outside, so inside plus outside, all these will be the universal set. Okay, so this is equals to cardinality of A union B, that is not given directly, but you can use the formula. Cardinality of A union B is cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B, and A cardinality of A union B complement, that is given in your book, that is 5. So plus 5. So this is equals to cardinality of A is given 18, cardinality of B is given 19, and A intersection B minus 6 plus 5. So add the positive ones, 18, 19 and 5. So 19 and 5, that is 24, 24 and 18, that is 42. Okay. Yes, and 6. So it will be 36. N xi, that will be equals to 36. Okay. Now come to the next question, that is question number 9. Question number 9. So draw the Venn diagram, that will be easy to understand. Okay. Read the question very carefully in question number 9. 15 girls went for shopping. 10 girls bought bangles and 8 girls bought ribbons. Okay. If one girl did not buy anything, find the number of girls who bought and the following things. Okay. So two things are there, bangles and ribbons. So suppose this is the set of the girls who bought bangles. This is the set of the girls who bought ribbons. So two sets we have represented here. First of all is bangles and this is the set of ribbons. It is told that 15 girls were there. 15 girls, total 15 girls were there. Means total was universal set, that is equals to 15. Okay, 15 girls were there. That is given. And 10 girls bought bangles. 10 girls bought bangles. So number of girls bought bangles, that is equals to 10. Okay, I am not writing the statements. Okay, you will copy the statement from the notes. I am explaining the question and the solution very carefully. Okay, so try to understand. Number of girls bought bangles, that is 10, and number of girls that bought ribbons. So number of girls bought ribbon. So that is equals to given how much? 8. Okay, and it is told that if one girl did not buy anything, one girl did not buy anything, means one girl will be outside these two sets, because one girl is not buying either bangles or ribbon. Okay, so what will be that? B union R complement, that is equals to 1. Okay, because union part is this one, and outside that is only one girl is there who is not buying neither bangles nor ribbons. Okay, so what you have to find? Find the number of girls who bought both the items. Who bought both the items, means this part. Both the items means intersection part. B intersection R. Okay, both the items, bangles as well as ribbons. So you have to find B intersection R. Now see this, only one girl is outside the circles, means one girl is not buying either bangles or ribbons. So we can say that N of A union B means the girls either buying bangles or ribbons, means the girls, number of girls present in either bangles or ribbons or in the common part. Okay, so the number of not A union B here, bangles and ribbons, so B union R. So the number of girls who is buying either bangles or ribbons, so that will be how much? 15 minus 1 means 14, because one girl is not buying anything. It means 14 girls are there who is buying at least one thing, maybe bangles, maybe ribbons, or some girls may be buying both the items. Okay, so 14 girls are there, they are buying something, at least one item. Okay, so the number of girls, that is 14. So what you have to find now? You have to find first. Okay, you have to find first both the items. So both the items means N of B intersection R. Okay, and we know the relation that B intersection R, that is equals to N of B plus N of R minus, here it is intersection, so you have to minus N of B union R. So this is the relation we have derived already. So number of girls bangles, that is 10, and here ribbons 8, and B union R, that is 14. So 10 plus 8, that is 18 minus 14, that is equals to 4. So 4 girls are there who are buying both the items. Now come to the second part. What is the question? See the question very carefully. Okay. So only bangles. You have to find the number of girls who are buying only bangles. Only bangles means cardinality of B minus R. Okay, cardinality of B minus R. So B minus R, this relation is cardinality of A minus B equals to cardinality of A minus cardinality of A intersection B. This relation we have already derived. So here it will be in place of A, here it is B minus cardinality of B intersection R. B minus R means only the angles. Okay, so that is the cardinality of B is 8 and intersection is 4. That we have calculated in first part. So that will be equals to 4. Third part, only ribbons. Only ribbons means cardinality of R minus B. Same formula we will use. Cardinality of R, bangle. So here it will be 10. Bangle is 10 here. So it will be 6. Minus cardinality of B intersection R. So cardinality of ribbon, that is equals to 8 and intersection part is 4. So that is equals to 4. Okay, this is done. Now come to question number 10. So question number 10, draw the Venn diagram. Okay, read the question very carefully. In a group of 70 people, 37 like coffee, 52 like tea, and each person like at least one of the two beverages. How many like both coffee and tea? Okay, both coffee and tea means, suppose this is given 37 coffee. So this is coffee, suppose set of coffee, and this is the set of people who are who like coffee, and this is the set of people who like tea. Okay, how do you have to find? You have to find the number of how many like both coffee and tea, means this part intersection. You have to find n of C intersection T, that you have to find. So at first see that what is given. In a group of 70 people, total 70 people are there, and it is told that each person likes something, maybe coffee, maybe tea, or maybe both. Okay, no person is there who is not taking anything except anything coffee and tea. Okay, so there is all the 70 people are taking something, either tea, coffee, either tea, or both. So number of total people xi, that is equals to 70, and all the people are at least taking one beverage. It is given. So you can tell that n of A union B, that is equals to also 70, because nothing is outside this coffee and tea set. Okay, all the people are taking either coffee or tea or both. Okay, so outside the complement means outside the set of coffee and tea, there is no element, there is no people. So total number of people will be equal to the union, means union of C and T. Here not A and B, union of C and T, coffee and tea, because all the people are taking at least one beverage. Okay, now again it is given 37 like coffee. So number of people like coffee, that is equals to 37, and number of people like tea, that is NT, that is equals to 52. So what do you have to find? The number of people like both coffee and tea. So n cardinality of C intersection T. So cardinality of C intersection T, that is equals to cardinality of C plus cardinality of T minus cardinality of C union T. So that is equals to cardinality of C, that is given 37, cardinality of T, that is given 52, and union is given 70. So that is equals to 89 minus 70. So this will be equals to 19. Okay, so 19 people are there who like tea and coffee both. Now come to the next question. That is question number 11. So read the question number 11 very carefully. So in question number 11 it is given that in a school with 727 students, 600 students offer mathematics and 173 students offer both math and physics. How many students are enrolled in physics and physics only? Okay. So draw the Venn diagram. That will be very easy to understand. So this is the set of the students who has taken mathematics. This is the set of the students who offered physics. Okay. So total number of students is given 727. 600 students offer mathematics and 173 students offer both mathematics and physics. Mathematics and physics both means the common part, that is 173. Okay. Clear? And total number of students n xi, that is given how much? 700. 700 students are there? Yes. 727. 727. This is total number of students. Okay. Clear? And 600 students offer mathematics. So number of students offer mathematics, that is equals to 600. Clear? And 173 students offer both. So cardinality of M intersection P, that is equals to 173. And all the students, total number of students is 727. Each student has taken or offered at least one subject. No student is outside this, outside physics and mathematics. Okay, no student is there. That's why cardinality of M union P, that will be equals to 727. These two will be equal because A union B is equal to the universal set, because outside M and P, outside the set mathematics and physics, there is no student. That's why these two are equal. So what you have to find? You have to find that number of students offered physics. Physics means this total set P you have to find. Okay? Clear? And physics only. Physics only means this part only you have to find. Okay? Now see this. So you have to find n of P and n of P minus M. That you have to find. So first of all, okay. So what are the given thing across series? The universal set, that is equals to the union, that is given. Intersection is given. N of M is given. Okay. So if you want to find N of P, first part, cardinality of physics. Okay. Okay. Now see this. We know our relation, that is M union P, that is equals to cardinality of M plus cardinality of P minus cardinality of M intersection P. This relation we know that. Okay. M union P, that is given 727. N of M, that is given 600. And N of P, that you have to find. So keep as it is. Cardinality of M intersection P. M intersection P is given 173. So implies that 727, 600 minus 173, that is equals to 7 to 427 plus cardinality of P. Now take 427 in left hand side. So 727 minus 427 equals to cardinality of P. So that is equals to 300. So 300, that is equals to cardinality of P. So first part is done. So number of students offered physics, that is 300. Okay. Now second part. Only physics. Only physics means P minus. Only physics means P minus M, means this part only. Only physics means this part. So from P, total P, you have to subtract the intersection part. So second part, cardinality of P minus M, that is equals to cardinality of P minus cardinality of P in M intersection P. Cardinality of P that we have calculated, that is 300, minus M intersection P, that is equals to 173. So that is equals to 7 to 127. So 127 students offered only physics. Now come to question number 12. So in a town with a population of 5,000, 3,200 people are egg eaters, 2,500 meat eaters, and 1,500 eat both egg and meat. How many are pure vegetarian? Question number 12. So read the question number 12 very carefully. Okay. So egg eaters, meat eaters. Okay, this is the set of egg eaters, this is the set of meat eaters. And outside this, these are vegetarian. Okay, this part is vegetarian. Okay, so what is given? In a town with a population 5,000, total population is 5,000. So n xi, that is equals to 5,000 given. Okay, and 3,200 people are egg eaters. So egg eaters, number of people who eat eggs, that is 3,200, and number of people eat meat, that is 2,500. So number of people 2,500, and it is given 1,500 eat both egg and meat. Both egg and meat means E intersection M, both, that is given 1,500. So 1,500, this part is 1,500, because the number of people who are egg as well as meat eaters. Okay, this is the given data. Now what you have to find, how many are pure vegetarian? Pure vegetarian means except these two circles, the outer portion, okay, means this part are pure vegetarian. Means you have to find the cardinality of E union M complement. Union M is this total part, and complement means the outer part. Okay, so this part you have to find. So this you have to find the cardinality of, mainly you have to find cardinality of egg union M. Egg union meat means total number of people who at least eat egg or meat or both. Okay, so all the people are involved here in a E union M means they are non-vegetarian. So non-vegetarian means E union M. So if you take its complement, then you will get the vegetarian, means outside that. So you have to find this one. Okay, and we know that this relation, this is equals to xi, cardinality of xi minus cardinality of egg union meat. So this is the relation, we know that. So cardinality of xi is given, but union is not given. So that union you have to find. So try to find E union M. So the relation, we know that cardinality of E plus cardinality of M minus cardinality of E intersection M. So cardinality of E, egg eaters 3200, meat eaters 2500, and intersection is 1500. So if you add these two, so it will be 5700 minus 1500. So this is equals to 4200. Okay, 4200. So the E union M we have got. Now finally what you have to find? Cardinality of E union M complement. So cardinality of E union M complement. So it will be n xi. This is the relation, we know that cardinality of E union M. E union M complement means outside these two circles, that is the vegetarian part. So nxi equals to 5000 minus union that you have calculated, that is 4200. So that is equals to 800. So 800 people are pure vegetarian. Now come to question number 13. Question number 13. In a survey of 150 students, it was found that 50 students studied math, 50 students physics, and 50 studied chemistry. 10 studied all the 3 subjects. 34 studied physics and math. 22 studies math, chemistry and math. 20 studies physics and chemistry. Use Venn diagram to find the number of students studies only math and the number of students who studied none of these 3 subjects. Okay, that you have to find. Okay, so 13. Now Venn diagram. So 3 subjects are there: physics, math, and chemistry. Okay, math, physics, and chemistry. So this is the set of the students studying math. This is the set of the students studying physics, and this is the set of the students studying chemistry. What are the given things? 150 students. Total number of students is given 150. So nxi is given 150. Clear? Okay. And 50 students studies math. So number of students studying math, that is equals to 50. Number of students studying physics, that is 50. Number of students studying chemistry, that is also 50. Okay. 10 studies all the 3 subjects. All the 3 subjects means the common. The student is common. He or she is studying math, physics, chemistry. All these 3 subjects means this part. This part. So how many students are there? 10 students. So 10 students are there who are studying math, physics, chemistry, all the 3 subjects. So it is n cardinality of m intersection p intersection p, that is equals to 10. Okay. And it is given 34 studies physics and math. Physics and math. So common part of physics and math, this part. So physics and math, math and physics, that is equals to how much? 34 students. Okay. 22 chemistry and math. So 22 students chemistry, math intersection chemistry, that is equals to 22. Okay. Chemistry and math. 20 studies physics chemistry. Physics intersection chemistry, that is equals to 20. So these are the given data. Okay, what you have to find? Use Venn diagram to find the number of students studied only math. Only math means this part. Only math means this part. Okay, because the number of students only math. These students are not studying physics and chemistry. So this part, this is the first part you have to find. And second, you have to find how many are and number of students who studied none of these 3 subjects, means outside this. Outside this, how many students are there? Okay, that you have to find. Now see this. Okay, from here this is 10, this is given intersection. M intersection P is 34, means this part is 34. M intersection P is 34. So already 10 is here. So here it will be 24. Okay. M intersection C is 22. M and C, this intersection is 22, but already 10 is here. So here it will be 12. And P intersection C, P intersection C, this is given 20. So already 10 is here. So here it will be 10. Okay. So by the Venn diagram I am explaining. And it is given that number of students studying math is 50. So this M, this circle, inside this circle, number of students will be 50. So already 12 plus 10, that is 22. 22 plus 24, that is equals to 46. 46 students are already there. So only 4 students will be here because their sum should be 50. Okay, and physics also 50. So inside physics there should be 50 also. So 10 and 10, 20, 20 and 20, 4, that is 44. So here it will be 6 only. And number of students studying chemistry, that is also 50. So here 10 and 10, 20, 20 and 12, that is 32. 32 means here it will be 18. Okay. So in this way you can see that very easily. So number of students only studying math, that is 4. Okay. But mathematically you have to find. So what will be that? Number of students that is studying only mathematics. Only mathematics. Okay. So number of students that will be represented like this. M minus P union C. So number of students, that is M minus. So from mathematics you have to subtract P union C, this part. So only this part will be left. So see this. So it will be number of students studying mathematics. So n of M minus see this. From here, from M, what we have to subtract? This part and this part. Okay. So this part means M intersection P. So M intersection P, that you have to subtract, minus this part, that is M intersection C, that part you have to subtract. Sorry. N of M intersection P minus N of M intersection C. Okay. So from M we are subtracting this part and this part. So only this part will be left, that is only mathematics. But see this, when you are subtracting this part, then when you are subtracting this part, then this 10 is coming. When you are subtracting this part, then again this 10 is coming. So this part is coming 2 times. So we are subtracting this one 2 times. So we will add this 1 time, means this is the part. What is this part? 10 n of M intersection P intersection C. Now place the value. 50 minus this is union is 34 plus this union is M union C is, that is 22, minus this is minus plus this is 10. So 60 minus this is 56. So that is equals to 4. So mathematically also it is coming 4. Okay. Now for last thing, you have to find that the number of students who studied none of this subject. None of this subject means M union P union C complement. M union P union C means the students studying mathematics, physics, chemistry. Okay. Each subject or both subjects or all these 3 subjects. And if you take the complement, then outside this 3 circle means the students are not studying these 3 subjects. Okay. That you have to find. So at first find the union. So at first you have to find union. So you have to find cardinality of M union P union C. Okay. Now see this. What do you have to find? M union P union C. So here one thing you can very easily you can find. You can find, see this. N of M. Suppose at first write N of M plus N of P plus N of C. Okay. N of M, N of P, N of C. But N of M when you have taken, then N of P you are taking. So this part is coming 2 times. Clear? Okay. So subtract 1 time. So minus N of M intersection P. Okay. Now when you are taking N of P and C, so we have subtracted. So this part is done now. This part is done. N of M plus N of P minus N of M intersection P means N of M union P, that is taken. So this part is left only, this part. But we have taken already this total C. So from total C you have to subtract this part and this part. Okay, so what we will subtract this part and this part, then add this part again. So what will be that? Cardinality of M intersection C, okay, minus cardinality of M intersection means this part is subtracted and this part also subtracted. So that is P intersection C. P intersection C. Okay, so when you are subtracting this part and this part, so this is subtracting 2 times, but 1 time we have to add here. So plus intersection of M intersection P intersection C. Now you can place the value, you will get the answer. So I am writing here. So that is equals to 50 plus 50 plus 50 minus 34 minus 22 minus 20 plus this intersection, that is 10. So this will be 150 plus 10, that is 160, minus 34 plus 22, that is equals to 56. 56 and 20, that is equals to 76. So that is equals to 484. So 84 students are there who are studying either math or physics or chemistry or both. Okay. Now we have to find the complement, cardinality of this complement. So n of M union P union C complement, that is equals to n of xi minus n of M union P union C. So xi is how much? 150 minus this one we have calculated 84. So that is equals to 66. 66 students are there who studied none of these 3 subjects. Okay. So this is all about this chapter set. Okay. Next class we will start new chapter. Till then revise all these question and answer very carefully and see the example part. It will help you to understand. Okay. So in next class we will start new chapter. Thank you.